Okay, so we should have watched our how to use our gas monitor video, and now it's time to gas test our space. So before we open our space, it's good practice to test around the outside of the sealed lid to ensure no lighter than air gases are escaping. This can be done in the home setting on our gas monitor, and we literally pass the monitor around the outside of the space to ensure nothing's escaping. So the next stage is to crack open our space, and then we can simply place our monitor against the open space for 1 to 2 minutes and monitor for any lighter than air gases escaping. Prior to fully opening our space, we must ensure that we're clipped to a fall arrest system. This will ensure that we can remove the lid safely and protect ourselves from any fall. Okay, so we've done our initial tests around our sealed lid and with the lid slightly cracked. It's now good practice to take our gas monitor to the furthest point from our point of entry and do a test to make sure there's no heavier than air gases down at the bottom before we start our 3-stage gas check. It just saves time and ensures there's nothing lurking at the bottom that we could have found sooner. Allow the gas monitor to do a 1 to 2 minute check. We can now bring our gas monitor back up and ensure that we've got a clean set of readings. If we haven't, we can now put some sort of ventilation in place, and we've saved time by not going through our 3-stage gas check. Now we leave the space to vent for a short time, and this can be dependent on company policy, but usually 15 to 20 minutes. Once we've allowed that to happen and we've made sure there's no ingress of gases from further down the line, we can go straight into our 3-level gas check. So we've allowed 15 or 20 minutes for our space to vent. We can now carry out our 3-stage gas check. These are the results that will be recorded on our entry control sheets or our gas logs. So we'll start with the top because we want to finish our checks in the area that we're going to be operating. We ensure that our gas monitor is set onto peak readings and that any previous recordings have been cancelled off. We can now lower our gas monitor into the top part of our space, checking for gases such as methane, anything lighter than air. 1 to 2 minutes to allow the gas monitor to carry out a full test and take note of the readings. So we've recorded our top level reading, and assuming all is clear, we can now move on to the centre of our space, or the middle area, looking for gases such as carbon monoxide, gases that are similar or slightly lighter or heavier than air. Prior to carrying out the next check, I must ensure that the gas monitor is put back into peak reading mode to allow the clear function, so we're not picking up on previous readings. Can now lower the monitor into the centre of our space and leave for 1 to 2 minutes. Remove and check that all is clear and record our findings. And finally, now we can check the bottom of our space. Again, ensure that we're in peak readings and that previous readings have been cancelled off from the gas monitor. Can now lower all the way down into the bottom of the space, and we're checking for gases such as hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. Again, we're going to allow the monitor to test for 1 to 2 minutes and then bring back up and check for clear readings. If at any point our readings haven't been clear, we'd have employed some kind of ventilation. Good practice is to return the gas monitor into a home setting, into a live reading, and leave it in the space. Our confined space is now safe to enter.